Hi, doing the sunset report a little bit early so I can get to the beach, and then I have a place to go. I usually have to go to synagogue right around when the sun actually sets. That's how we do it. Mincha is the afternoon services, and then the evening services are Mariv, and they're usually done together, but the dividing point is right around when the sun sets. That's how we do it. That's why I rarely do an actual sunset report, at least when I'm here in Ormond Beach. Some places do it a little bit differently, but that's where I am right now. The sun did just set in Cayenne, French Guiana. That is the name, Cayenne, like cayenne pepper. I looked on the map, maybe it was a minute or two ago by now. Probably very pretty there. Ever see the movie? What was the movie that took place there? Steve McQueen. It's the name of a Papillon. Papillon? Great movie, by the way. Very good movie. And that takes place when he, I guess, in the prison in French Guiana. And someone else was Napoleon exiled to off there? I don't remember. Let me adjust this a little bit. Trees are being used as the base, so I put the tripod on that. Okay, worthwhile article. It's about Big Brother. I'm basically just going to read it to you and a couple of the best comments. Caught my attention, market ticker. He doesn't, Carl Denninger, I've been trying to sell you on him. He doesn't only talk about healthcare. This is called You're All Idiots. It says, Bezos believes you're a complete effing idiot. Amazon has introduced a new Echo device, having convinced a number of people to allow them to stick an always-on speaker and microphone in their house with the data going to Amazon and whoever else they wish. They have now upped the game with both a camera and a screen. Gee, that's real nice. A camera and microphone inexorably tied to and controlled by a big company in your house where it can and will transmit both audio and video under their, not your control. If I see one of these in your house, I know for a fact that you're stupid, and I'm immediately leaving, never to return. If this doesn't result in Amazon blowing up, literally, and actually finds acceptance by anyone, then I know this nation is flat out beyond stupid and into the realm of being owned by these guys. Oh, and the government. And hackers. P.S. If I were a professional thief, I could trivially get a target list of people that have these things, even if I can't decode the traffic. Think about it for 30 seconds or so, and you'll realize how and why, and no, there really isn't any reliable way to mitigate that risk either. I actually don't have 30 seconds right now. How would a professional thief do it? I don't know. How would you do that? I don't know. Maybe someone can comment there. Okay, some very worthwhile comments here. Someone writes, Yup, have an idiot neighbor with an earlier one. Told him I will not come anywhere near his house. How effing stupid can a person be? Apparently quite. The stupid, it burns. Another comment. This is why we don't have a Nest in our house. I will not have anything made by Google or Amazon or similar in my home. Someone writes, my software and systems that run my home are entirely private. Even the certificates they use are privately generated. Oh, and I found plenty of devices that like to phone home. When I get something that I allow to attach, one of the first things I do is stick my packet sniffer on and see what it does. If I catch it phoning home, other than on my specific request, then it goes into the black network where it can't see anything except the internet, not even other devices on said black network. And by the way, I'm no technology expert, I'm just reading here. And I stick specific filters in the gateway to block it from being able to call whoever it is trying to reach. If you don't tell me what you're intending to do, then the automatic answer is no. IP webcams and similar are the worst offenders, but hardly the only ones. Another one, prediction. Some politician who is too stupid to use email, you have a choice of several, will stick this in his bedroom and then complain that he was hacked when somebody publishes video of him with a couple hookers. Where's the next one? And then someone adds to that, you forgot the suitcase full of cocaine and an autographed photo of Anthony Weiner. Welcome to Voyeur Nation. Don't look, you might become blind. And then they add, can you see someone grabbing this thing and posting the feed to public webcam pages? The Big Brother reality show just got real, starring the consumer. But then again, these are the same people pushing companies to use server systems outside of their control for sensitive data in their so-called cloud. Look at the supposedly knowledgeable people that believe in that paradigm. Also makes me wonder if these things have buffer systems to store and transmit info at a later date in case of a network interruption. It's amazing how much personal freedom people will give up not for security, but for frivolous convenience, entertainment, and trend following. I call them morons as I post this on Facebook Live. But hey, if Big Brother's there, I'm so far gone, you know, like with the stuff I've put it on Facebook, etc. the last 10 years, I'm so clearly a political prisoner, and beyond that. I think it's part of the attitude is if you're Jewish, like you're in trouble with a totalitarian government anyhow, like everyone hates us deep down. Who knows? So I feel a little empowered by that. Anyhow, another one. Idiots will probably put it in their bedrooms. Seems Amazon wants to put the porn makers out of business. You could be the next star. LOL. Look at the fools with that kind of crap on the cloud. Oh my, someone hacked and stole my personal, private, and embarrassing photos and movies. How could I have ever imagined that? See the long line of so-called stars that have been hacked. Lawsuits coming soon. Someone else writes, unfortunately, they will find acceptance. Just look at all the privacy invasion the public has gradually allowed year after year after year. Just another step. Great point there. Another one. P.T. Barnum lives again. I think that's a reference to his line, there's a sucker born every minute. The commenter continues, I, for one, will never do business with Amazon again. The fact Bezos has been empowered by financial forces to create a model that is Ponzi financed is enough. That he owns the king of fake media, besides CNN, is icing on the cake. Well, I don't know. You could put MSNBC, NBC, ABS, CBS, and New York Times just as much in that category. Stupid does as stupid does. Anyone want this statist's nose in your business? Okay, just a couple more. Crazy ass idiots. I recently bought a couple laptops. Before turning them on for the first time, I put black electrical tape over the cameras and I put them on airplane mode when not in use. My wife said I was paranoid. I don't care. Okay, just two more. My sister and brother-in-law have the voice-only version. I have to remember when the wife and I are visiting that everything that I say can and will be held against me in a court of law. I think the telescreen in the lobby of my credit union also has voice listening capability. It is crazy to see all the devices that spy and listen in on what folks are doing. This is just the next step on the slippery slope that already is well underway. From our portable GPS tracking units, cell phones, and through all the apps that market you and your personal business to companies and no doubt Uncle Sammy. Oh, great way this commenter closes. Looks like the two-way telescreen of Orwell's 1984 is here. Wow. Final comment. This is a good tangible one. I was at a wine tasting party the other night and I was raging pretty hard about DUI, no harm, no foul, and how stupid the laws are. Reddit is showing me only ads for DUI lawyers for the past few days. Now let me just conclude with, I have a new episode of Shark Nation. Shark Nation is the website, etc., the company. Called I have a new episode of Backlash on Shark Nation Radio. I think that sounded a little better that time. Coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, which is about 16 minutes from now. It's a good one tonight. I have Eddie Scarry talking about the media, a lot of time on Fox News, and also this CNN Keith Olbermann story. He's from the Washington Examiner. I have a conversation with him for about 20 minutes, and then for like over 30 minutes, I talk with Lee Cheng, whom you may not know. It's not a household name. He's a very accomplished lawyer from my undergraduate class at Harvard. Didn't know him too well there, but very bright, and he is a strong civil rights activist, and I don't mean that in the way it's usually used. For the right side, for real civil rights, for against the discrimination that Asian Americans tend to be the ones first to deal with in the university setting when other groups' civil rights become a priority. And he has some really good things to say, so tune in. Best way to do it is through SoundCloud. I think if you just put in the search button Shark Nation in SoundCloud, you'll get it. There's an app for or Shark Nation Radio. There's an app for Android. There's an app for Apple. Again, just put in Shark Nation Radio. You can do it on your desktop. Not quite as good as sound quality as SoundCloud. And there is, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, the works. All right, and you can always find me personally on Facebook. I've probably posted that stuff and a lot more stuff. All right, thank you for watching.